Going to give you guys a little update on the Javelin. I pretty much got all the interior back together, door panels back on, and pretty much done roughing in the body. We'll take a look at that. Here she is from the back to the front. Still looking for touch-up paint. I tried like 5 or 6 different cans, rattle cans. Haven't found a good one yet. It'd be nice to touch up some of them scrapes. Ended up getting somewhat of a subpar hood and bumper for it, but they're a lot better than what I had, so I'm just going to run with those for now. I got lucky, a parts car came up. Let's look at the side of her. I do have a few video clips of some of the stuff I did while I was working on the body here in the interior, and I'll include that at the tail end of this video. Here's a look at the door panels I've been working on. And they're a little warped, a little worn after 45 years, but not too bad. This was the worst one. I actually had to glue a bunch of cracks in it, put some patches on it, and then on all of them I had to glue the perimeter of the vinyl back down. I had to get some new clips, didn't have them all in it. Behind all the door panels was some tar paper. See the water damage there? So instead of putting this back in, I'm going to cut some plastic and put that in instead and hope that it protects my door panels a little bit better. Here's a look at that protective barrier installed. I just used a tube of silicone from Menards. You could really use any number of things for this. I've heard even plumber's putty works good. The floor had a little bit of surface rust on there, so that was wire wheeled down and treated with rust reformer. And I let it sit 24 hours before I paint it. Really, this car needs the carpet pretty bad. It should come out as soon as practical, and the whole floor should be done up. Here I'm taking the second fender off, and we haven't quite got it off yet, but we're finding the same thing we found in the fender trough of the first fender. We'll see in a minute. There it is, I got it. Here we have mouse nest number 2. It's amazing how corrosive the mouse urine can be to metal. We'll have to get this all cleaned up and treated with rust reformer. Here I have the passenger fender off. I like to work in symmetry. Whatever I do to one side of the car, I do to the other side of the car. And there's the fender. We're getting ready to start beating her straight. Kind of interesting, both fenders are brazed on at one little point. This one actually ripped when I took it off. So I'll go ahead and weld that up. Here it is after a little bit of weld, touch of paint, and none the wiser. I was getting ready to file the rest of the braze off the rocker panel that attached the fender to it, and I noticed this. A bunch of leaves and whatnot in the cowl. I'll clear that up, trying to make sure that this car can shed water. Got a pile of debris in there. Car's actually pretty straight. So now we're gonna get into some mechanical stuff and probably take the motor out of it next. Thanks for watching.